Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today we're going to try out these ice traction crampons from Hillsound, and then she'll also be wearing a cheaper alternative. But pretty much what they are, most people know of them, but they're like ice crampons with spikes. They go on your feet. So I'm just going to throw them on real quick. I've only tried them on a handful of times, so it might be a little difficult. So it looks like it doesn't matter. It's really easy. Good enough, eh? That one went on easier. I don't know why. When you put them on, like you're saying, on a hard surface, they seem a lot more wobbly. We're just going to be talking about those Hillsound Trail Crampons. I thought the background behind me was kind of a perfect backdrop. That is real, that's not fake. Now, kind of the reason for that is they're called crampons. They're called the Hillsound Trail Crampons. In reality, most people think crampons mean for Arctic glacier climbing, or that's what people think when they think crampons. What these are more for walking on, as you can see behind me, we're walking on a semi-packed down hiking trail. And the benefit of these, both of us have found, is generally if you're just wearing boots, even on hard-packed snow, is very similar to walking in sand, in that your ankle can roll back and forth, and eventually your body kind of compensates, and your supporting muscles in your knees and your ankles offer some support. But at the same time, that kind of tires you out extra. At least for me it does. So what we found these do well is lock your foot in on semi-packed down. Holy, it's hard to see. It's pretty high, 40 feet maybe. So they really lock your foot in when you're walking on hard packed snow. Now in powdery snow they can still offer some advantages, but the big thing that they're designed for is for ice traction. So we only get ice here, on the hiking trails in the springtime when all the snow's melting. For other people, all throughout the winter, they don't have snowstorms, they have ice storms. And maybe there is an ice storm. Maybe you have to get out of your house, run to the gas station to grab who knows what. And maybe you have to walk there, maybe you don't even have a car and you're having to walk on, an inch thick of ice. Technically you don't need these, but it would greatly help you out. The other thing is, if you're walking on steep terrain that's really muddy, I haven't tested it yet, but I could see these offering even more grip than the most aggressive hiking boot, which might not be needed, but it might help you so you're not slipping and sliding and falling. Now these don't technically compare to snowshoes. So what snowshoes, all they offer is flotation and a little bit of traction, depending on the design, but they're designed more for flotation. These won't really offer any flotation. However, they weigh a pound as opposed to 3, 4, 5, 6 pounds. They're a lot more compact. I'm wearing a Kelpie Red Wing 50, and they have really wide water bottle pockets on each side. And when they're packed in the pouch, these crampons fit right in that pocket, so they're easy to get to. And I just wanted to show this before I take them out. They fit really nice in these side pockets. They take about 20 seconds to get on and off. They're highly portable as opposed to snowshoes. And the big thing to keep in mind with snowshoes, unless they're really big ones, or unless they're really light, or a combination thereof, you actually don't float on top of the snow. Now, if it's packed down snow, you will, but on each side of this trail is kind of deeper powder. And if you're going on undeveloped trails, it'll be powdery, fluffy snow. And you can get really big snowshoes that might allow you to float on top, but now you have 6 pounds of extra weight strapped to your feet. So you're not post holing through snow, but now each boot's 3-4 pounds heavier. The other thing is they really cut down on mobility. If you have anything bigger than 25-inch, 30-inch snowshoes, 36-inch, bear paw, traditional snowshoes. There's a old military surplus magnesium framed. I think they're about 42 inches. And they would offer a hair of flotation, but they really cut down on your speed and their extra weight. So a lot of times you kind of break even. You don't post hole as much, but you almost get more tired out because now you have these big platforms attached to your feet. And the other thing is, I was just testing a pair of snowshoes a week or so ago, and after we got back for the next few days, my, I guess, hip flexors, kind of like your upper thigh area, can get kind of sore because your stride needs to widen a little bit. And there's certainly narrower designs to alleviate that, but that's still an issue. The other thing I really wanted, I thought snowshoes would be a good idea. And then I kind of came to the realization that the majority of where we walk in the winter is on kind of packed down snow already. So snowshoes wouldn't offer me that much except a little extra bulk and weight and expense. This is a pair of Vask size 13 men's snow boots. And these are, they can go on either foot. There's not a designated left and right. So the way we put them on, we just put the toe on first and roughly line it up. It's nothing super special. And then pull the back right here, kind of like a slingshot. And it is a little harder right now because they're wet. And they go roughly like that. Once they're on, you can tweak them a little bit, but they are relatively easy to put on. As you can hear, there's not much rattle, meaning all the chains are fairly tight and the spikes are fairly secure. This material around here is called elastomer, and it's kind of like silicone. It's very stretchy rubber, which is resistant to cold, so it won't snap in cold weather. It's stainless steel chains, so you're going to be around moisture, so you don't want these rusting, so it's stainless steel chains. And then these spikes are actually S50C carbon steel, and they are painted so they shouldn't rust. So in closing, this isn't really a review. I might have some further thoughts. This isn't really a review, it's just me testing them out. And so far, because I'm used to just wearing boots. Oh, the air raid's about to go off. All the air raid sirens are about to go off. I think it's 1 o'clock. So yeah, in closing, this isn't really a review. This is just kind of a first use, initial impressions, and compared to just walking without them. Like I said, they're fairly inexpensive for what they offer you. They're fairly compact. They're fairly adaptable to, like I said, muddy conditions, hilly conditions, snowy conditions, icy conditions. And the big things are really compact, so you could easily keep them in your car if you had to walk home because a blizzard got you stranded. Or you could keep them in your go-to hiking backpack, and then if you find a really muddy area or a hilly area or an icy area, you could throw them on your feet really easy. And if you end up not using them, you probably won't notice that 1 pound of weight, because a liter of water weighs 2 pounds. So it's roughly the weight of, you know, a small 16-ounce bottle of water. So like I said, after maybe a few more months of use, I'll be able to do a further review. But so far, these are working out and they're pretty handy. They're pretty nifty. A pretty nifty gadget that some people know about, but a lot of people don't. So like always, you can go back to my homepage, watch some of my current videos. If you like what you see, feel free to subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next video.